What's good YouTube? Thank you for joining me on another video here on Forever Life and Fitness. I'm so excited to film this video. I apologise for not uploading the video last week. This is actually the weekend that the whole Paris thing happened, and I just felt that it wasn't right for me to upload a video. I didn't want to divert attention away at all from what happened in Paris. It's such a tragedy. It's horrific. Obviously, I was in Paris not so long ago. You can see it in a few vlogs back. My sister lives in Paris, so it really hit home how devastating it is to those families affected. So my condolences go out to anyone that was affected directly by what happened in Paris. But like Barack Obama said, this isn't an attack on Paris, it's an attack on humanity. And the way I see it is they're not going to take away our freedom, and we're going to stand united. So with that being said, I'm going to continue on my day. Today is November the 14th, if I haven't said that already. I am just about to head out to get something to eat. And yeah, I'm basically changing my workout plan. So I was on an intermediate bulking program. I'm now going on to the advanced. I've done this before, but this one is a lot better. I think I will get on with it a lot better than the one previously, than the advanced bulking program I did previously. It's not, the workout sessions are not as long. This one is very similar to the intermediate. It's just a few different exercises. So really looking forward to it. I'm not going to keep talking for too long because, like I said, the day is moving on. I've had such a lazy morning, just taking it easy really because I've had such a busy week. So guys, stay tuned, sit back, relax, and I'll see you in the next clip. What's good YouTube? As you can see in the video, I've got to KFC now. I know a lot of people are going to say, KFC, what's healthy about that? And truth be told, there isn't anything healthy about it. However, what had happened is I ran out of chicken. The meal I'm about to have has chicken in it. I don't have time to cook chicken, so I've come to KFC and it's hella busy. So I ended up going to McDonald's and picking up some chicken select. The meal I've got is pretty much the meal you've seen before, but I've added some chicken selects. Now, because I knew I was going to be eating out to get the chicken, I lowered some of the fat. So I normally have almonds in this meal. I took out the almonds because I know the chicken select's gonna have a lot of fat. I've got my normal salad here, my sweet potato, but then instead of having the normal grilled chicken, I've kind of changed that for the chicken selects. And guys, some time is moving on. Eat this really quickly because it's now 2:30 and the gym closes at 4:30, so I'm a little bit worried that I'm not gonna have much time. I'm gonna eat this really quickly, get to the gym and get the session in. So the next clip should be in the gym. I'll see you in that one. What's good YouTube? Obviously I'm back in the car now. The workout was excellent. I felt really good. It took a bit longer than I was anticipating, which is a little bit worrying because I know that was the main problem with the last one. I thought I'd try something different. I've seen other people do this on YouTube where they've done a workout and they just go through what they've done and just basically that's the voiceover over the footage that you're about to see. So I thought I'd try it myself and see what you think. Let me know if it's a good style or not. And I've got it all down here, what I've done, as you can see. So basically let's get started. So I started off with some bench press, and you guys have seen me do this hundreds of times now. Each exercise you do in this workout program asks you to do 14, a rep of 14, and that rep is like your warm-up set. And so we did 14, 12, 10 and 8. Yeah, so 4 sets in total. First set, did it relatively light, so I just used that as an opportunity to do a nice slow controlled warm-up. Then I did 12 sets of 35 kg, and I'm not including the bar. I don't know what I did for 10, and then the last set was 45. And what I tried to do for some of these reps is that I tried to add in some pause reps. Now the problem is that I found that when I added the pause reps into early, I wasn't able to get to the full repetition, so that was a bit of an issue. And for those of you who don't know what a pause rep is, basically it's where you bring on the negative, you bring it down as far as you can, and then you hold and you stop. And basically what you're doing at that point is kind of any momentum. It's great for the whole time under tension and really just kind of gets those muscles working in a different way. All right guys, so after I did the bench press, flat bench, I went to incline. Again, you guys have seen me do this 100 times, and it was again 14, 10, 8. 14, 10, 8. Even though I'm looking at this and it says 12, but I think I did 14. But basically I did 4 sets of 14, then I did 12 reps, then I did 8, and then I did 6, I think. Something along those lines. I didn't go too heavy today. I was feeling good, but for some reason I wasn't lifting as heavy as I have done in the past. What I did, if I did find that I was going to struggle with any set, if I failed before I got to that particular rep range, I basically put the bar back, racked the bar, and just kept my hands in that position. Just held it there, rested for maybe a second or two, and then continued on, just to make sure that I hit those repetitions. Alright guys, so then we went on to straight arm dumbbell pullover. Now I don't know if I've done this on the vlog. I used to do this all the time, and the way I used to do it is, instead of laying how I'm laying with the bench sort of at that point and making almost like being perpendicular to the bench, I used to just lie on the bench and do it that way. But actually I quite like doing this way. I found that it really required me to engage my abs. And then especially when I went to the heavy ones, what I found is that the weight wanted to pull me backwards and almost lift my feet off the ground, but I had to use my core stability to maintain a nice core foundation in order to perform the movement. So not only was I working my upper chest, my delts, I was also finding that my core was getting a good workout as well. So it's an awesome workout, guys. Try it out yourself. What I would suggest, if you've never done it, I apologize, the light keeps going off. If you've never done it before, what I would suggest is when you do it, make sure you start off really light and then slowly work your way up, because at the same time as it being an excellent workout, it can also cause some damage. So just be very careful. So that took us on to some barbell deadlifts. I wasn't actually going to do this because I would do deadlifts all the time and I actually wasn't going to perform. I was like, oh, I can do this tomorrow. But then I said, no, Sean, it's a Sunday. I've got plenty of time. Let me just work through the whole workout and just see what I think about it. So I did, again, 4 sets. I'm sure I did 14 to begin with. And that's another thing with deadlifts that I'm trying to implement recently. So when I used to do deadlifts, I used to find it really, really hard to do any more than 5 in a row. And it wasn't the weight. I could do the weight. It was nothing to do with that. It was just I'd get out of breath. I get really fatigued and really tired, because it is a really taxing workout. It's a really taxing exercise. It takes a lot of muscle power and it uses so many different muscles. So I really found it hard, and I'm trying to work on kind of increasing my cardiovascular resistance, I suppose you could say, to doing the dumbbell, to doing the deadlift. And it's working. It's definitely working, because I can get to 8 now, and I can get to 8 with heavy. So again, if you're finding that you're having the same problem, definitely do it. Just kind of break through the barrier. If you're feeling really tired, then just keep going, even if it means that you put down the bar and you have a rest, but don't come completely up, because when you basically stop and then stand up, you might as well just say you finished the set. So if I do put the bar down and I rest, I try and basically stay in that position. So it's like an active rest as opposed to just resting. What I would say though, if you are going to do that, if you are going to try and increase the amount of repetitions you can do as a deadlift, please be careful, because people do sometimes go really faint after doing deadlifts. So and squats as well. Anything along those lines where you're using multiple muscle groups, it can be very taxing on the body. So once again, guys, start off light and slowly work your way up. Now that took me on to bent over rows. An exercise you've seen me do once, because I know one of my thumbnails is me doing bent over rows. So I know you've seen me do it once, and I really surprised myself with the amount of weight I could lift doing this actually. So once again, I did 14 as a warm up, then moved to 12, then 10, then 8, then 6. So that's a lot. That's 5 sets. That's a lot of repetition. So I suppose that's why it took me so long to complete the whole kind of program, but it was really good. The best way I find to set up when you're doing it is if you start with a bar on the ground, which I know I didn't, but this is the way I learned. Start with the bar on the ground, stand up as if like you're doing a deadlift, and then what you want to do is sort of bend at the hips till you're just shy of being parallel to the floor. So you don't want to be parallel to the floor, because that would be like you bending right the way over. You just want to be shy of that. So if this is the floor here, that should be your body, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Okay, and at that point you can see what I'm doing. Okay, then this took us to 1-arm dumbbell rows. Again, guys, you've seen me do this multiple times. An exercise I really enjoy actually, and I tried to get the best camera angles and the best lighting, so I hope it came out. Obviously at this point I don't know what it looks like, but yeah, really, really, really good exercise. What more can I say? The only thing I would say about my technique is that I tend to look down when I do it. And I don't know why, and I think it's because it's something that someone told me years ago. Years ago, a guy called Scott, when I went out, or we worked out, like, man, that was maybe 7-8 years ago, and he told me to look forwards when I do bent over rows, and for some reason it's just stuck in my head. So I do try and look forwards, and you've probably seen the video that I do look down and look up. But one of the reasons why I was looking down is because what the GoPro films I can stream straight to my phone, so I was looking to see if I had a good angle or not. So that's probably why I was looking down so much. But in an ideal world, I would strongly suggest, guys, make sure you're looking forward. If there's a mirror in front of you, just look at yourself. I know that sounds really conceited, but just look at yourself, look straight up, and that's the best technique. Alright guys, so I finished off with some pull-ups, and again at this point I was absolutely shattered. It says here you're supposed to do 3 sets of 15 reps. There was no way I was doing that. I was literally aiming for 3 sets of 5. I wasn't really too bothered about form, if I'm 100% honest with you. And guys, look at my back. My back is really coming along tremendously. The gains are real, as they say. Very happy with my gains, and when it comes to my back used to be very flat. I used to have a very poor back. And that was it, guys. So I finished the workout then. I think in total it took me about 2 hours. So I'm going to see if I can cut that down somehow. Play around with it. Obviously, I'm using an application called JE Fit. That's where I get all my workout plans from. I love the workout, and I love the app. It's awesome. You can record your repetitions in there, weight, record your BMI, progress pictures. Like, there's so much you can do with the app. I don't do all of that. I just literally use the workout plans. There's always some sort of a detailed basic explanation for why you're doing what you're doing in that particular program. So definitely check it out. As I said, it's called JE Fit. It's a brilliant app. I would strongly suggest anyone to get it. Okay guys, so I'm going to end the vlog there. Thank you for watching me, guys. It's awesome to know that I'm getting all this support. Every video gets a certain amount of views, and the views are going up, so thank you so much. Stay tuned, guys, because the next vlog should be pretty good. It's going to be slightly different. I'm not going to give away what I'm doing, but I'm doing something slightly special, so stay tuned. I'm going to try and vlog as much as I can next week for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, stay tuned. So I hope to see you in that vlog, and everyone keep lifting and have a good week. Till next time, peace.